Oh, yeah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma alimna ma yanfa'una wanfa'na bima alamtana wa zidna ilma. Allahumma la sahla illa ma ja'awtahu sahla wa anta taj'alul hazna idha shi'ta sahla. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. Lillahi tabarak wa ta'ala. We reached the last section of the book of knowledge in our review. So we only have a short reading today, and we're going to prove Dr. Sabir wrong. We're going to do it and get it done and then say Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah, let us begin with Al-Fatiha to the soul of Imam Al-Ghazali radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Al-Fatiha. Bismillah.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. The author, may Allah Ta'ala have mercy on him, said, Scholars have also differed about the disparity of the intellect. What is clearly true to say on this is that such disparity concerns the above different divisions, except for the second, which is the necessary knowledge of the possibility of possible accidents and the absurdity of what is impossible.
Mhm.
As for the fourth part, the dominance of the force to overcome desires, the difference in people in this respect is quite obvious. Indeed, the particular states of the same person often differ in this regard. This results as much from the disparity of the desire as it does from the disparity of the knowledge which informs about the potential dangers of that desire. As
Here, there's an important thing. And that fourth category we mentioned yesterday, when one is looking at the end result of one's actions and one's desires and one thing, right? That's difficult, right? That's a challenging thing. But we need to train ourselves, right? To when we act based on what is the end result we want to see from this, right? What is the point we're trying to get out? And try to act in accordance to the end result, right? So even when like I spent almost an hour before talking about cults and groups and you know those type of things. But you notice I didn't mention specifically this name or that name or that name. Because what I want us to do is be protected from the problem. I'm not so much concentrating on mentioning the names because when you mention the names, the people want to forget the point and concentrate on the name. When if you got the point, you don't need to worry about the name because you're going to avoid the problems, not the name. Sometimes we just get caught up in names of things, but we want you to get out the problem, no matter who's doing it. So when I'm speaking, I'm thinking about the ultimate end. I want to get you out of that behavior or help you through that. Now,
As for the third designation, which is experimental knowledge, people's disparity in it is undeniable. This is due either to their instinctive faculties or to their involvements. If you were to ask, why then have some people condemned the intellect and the intelligible? You should know that this results from the fact that they have extrapolated the terms intellect and intelligible to argumentation and debate through antithesis, and inherent inconsistencies which belong properly to the domain of theology. Thus, they could not admit to having committed a mistake in the altered meanings, because they could not drop the terms after they had been diffused amongst the people and were firmly established in their minds. Consequently, they condemned the intellect and the intelligible, which are, according to them, theological terms. As for the light of inner sight by which Allah Ta'ala the Exalted is known, through which the truthfulness of his apostles is ascertained, how is it conceivable to condemn it? Most of these types of confusion are caused by the ignorance of people who seek realities from words, and thus are in disagreement because people's terminologies differ greatly. This much is enough to elucidate the definition and essence of the intellect, and Allah Ta'ala knows best.
And Imam al-Ghazali indicates something here, is that words convey meanings. And it's important whenever words are used that you understood what is meant by it. Don't concentrate always on the word, right? What is intended by these words? What's the reality behind it? What are we getting at here? This is important, and you need your intellect to distinguish that, right? Because sometimes terms can confuse you, but if you understand what is meant by the terms, then points and matters become clear, right? Clear. So with that, we covered the section of knowledge, and we have now, after knowledge and the intellect, we're going to review in the book of belief, which is important, right? And listen, what we are trying to do, myself, the Black Imams Roundtable, Imam Fahim, Imam Naim, and everyone who works with us, Sheikh Yahya, Sheikh Waleed, and others who join us here and there, we are trying to help us, right? Make a better tomorrow for ourselves, right? None of us is looking to be famous, right? None of us is looking to get a bunch of followers. That's not our intent. We do want a family that loves and cares for each other. We do want to establish that among ourselves. That we do. Like, where we really care about each other, right? And we're really trying to help our people. Yes, that one, true. But that doesn't entail making some group. It doesn't entail that. In fact, I'm kind of really opposed to that. I believe that we could just be good people and we still get the job done. I think making groups and not having some guidelines where we all understand in religious knowledge, I don't think that's helpful. I think we should learn first. And I mentioned that earlier because I'm finished. By the way, Dr. Sabir, I'm done. So I have 7 minutes of scattered thoughts. And since you doubt me, I would accept a generous donation from you and others who would like to support our work, but especially from you, since you doubt me. You can go ahead and send a kind donation, support Masjid Muhammad and the work we're doing. And everyone else is welcome to join, right? While I take this pause for the cause, right? So go ahead, Dr. Sabir. Hit that Cash App or hit that donate or hit that Zelle or PayPal, Masjid Muhammad. Be generous, right? We got work to do. Oh, while I'm doing that, we do have the, so I'm going to give us all the time. We've today or the other day, the The building, the location was fully confirmed. So we're getting ready to go in full advertising. The event is going to be $100 for an adult, $50 per child. If you have a whole bunch of children, maybe, I mean, we can try to accommodate you if it's 3 or more. Maybe we can figure something out, but that's on a person-to-person basis. There will not be a daily, like you could pay for a day. The cost is $100, whether you come for one day or all 3 days. These events are very expensive to put on. They're not cheap. So this we can't do for free. If we ever get to family time, I think we could do a lot of things free because we support and then we have money. But that's not the case right now. And honestly, literally, to do this, it's probably going to cost us about $20,000 to put this on with everything we need to do, right? So I'm just, because we family, I want to give you an idea of what these things cost when you do it properly. At the minimum level, you're going to be high in your expenses because I'm talking to my family, right? So we have to put that rate. And then we need to raise money for the masjid. We do. We have things we want to do. We need repairs. We have to do stuff. So the fee has to be there so we don't lose money because we cannot guarantee we're going to even make the money back. But we got to make as much as we can so we don't lose money because we can't afford to lose money, right? This is just reality. So I'm speaking to you because I know someone's going to say, why is it so high? It's not high at all, considering what we got to do it. And we're in the African-American community. We just don't have money like that, right? To just, here's 10, 20,000, just do it for free. We can do some things and we do what we can do for free, like every day, right? And even we had the cookout. We didn't charge anyone, right? But this is too many people involved, planes, flights, hotels. It's too much involved. We can't afford not to charge, right? But one day, maybe we work together and we just put on stuff that we're well funded and supported and we just do stuff. So I'm just making it clear because I'm talking to my people and I know my people, right? So I'm being straight with my people. So it's going to cost you $100. It is December the 2nd. You have all the way up to February the 18th to come up with $100, right? You can, we're not doing a payment plan. You need to be responsible to save your money, right? Right? But I'm not going to put that burden on someone to keep track of people's money. They got enough work to do, right? Yeah, I got 1 minute. So I'm going to stop. And every day I'll be advertising, every event I'll be advertising this so you're constantly reminded, right? White stuff scuffs my shoes. That white stuff scares me, right? So we have, and I'm going to also, inshallah, ask us, because I know some people don't have money. I'm going to ask us to donate so we can have a fund for those who actually can't afford or only can afford some of it so that we don't lose, inshallah. Barakallahu bikum. We'll have more discussion. I got to get out of here before I go over 15 minutes. Assalamu alaikum. I'm at 14 minutes and 53 seconds. Hit that Cash App Dr. Sabir. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.